Namaste, friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Tarot, and I am here to do a zodiac reading for Sagittarius, April 2022. The readings that I've done, the zodiac readings that I've been doing for April 2022 have very heavy twin flame energy, so that is what's just been coming out. So we'll see what this reading. I have a lot of decks to choose from, and I will tell you what decks I'm using as I go through. I'm just kind of shuffling to see which ones I'm being called to use, but I think the energies for this new moon in Aries is very profound, very active energy. That one aside, this one aside. Just the energy is intense, it's very active, it's moving forward energy, lots of moving forward energy, like chariot energy, just things are moving forward. The stagnation is, the stagnant energy seems to be dissipating, and now it's just like, you know, forward movement in the energies, in the connections, just, I don't know, peaceful, very healed. It feels like it's very healed energy. Okay, so kind of have gone through, and all right. So we're going to start with Spirit Messages. This is the Spirit Messages Oracle by John Holland, and has been really good energy out of this deck. So let's get started for Sagittarius, April 2022, Sun, Moon, Rising, and if you're a cross watcher, since the energies can be flipped or reversed. A Mother's Love. This card has come out before. A mother's love is reaching out to you at this time and holding you close. She knows how much you miss her and wants to remind you this special bond of love can never be broken. So this feels like a mother that's passed on, and it could also mean that you just are having this very nurturing, motherly energy. Stand your ground. Standing your ground is an empowering, confidence-building action to take from time to time. Now is the moment when you need to stand your ground. You know you can do it, and you know that by doing so, you will be the victor. And I don't feel this is competition, but it feels like the Divine Feminine is in this very loving, nurturing mother energy, and the Divine Masculine has learned to set some boundaries. Not necessarily with the Divine Feminine, but although that could be the case, but it feels like he's standing his ground in his spiritual evolution, that there's no going back now. This connection is moving forward. This is, okay, so here we have, this is the Sacred Destiny deck by Denise Lynn. Ooh, Courage and Pleasure. So definitely really positive energies, but he has learned to set boundaries with some others in his life, the Divine Masculine, and that took a lot of courage. And it also, the Divine Feminine's in this very loving, nurturing energy. Could mean that somebody's mother is reaching across the veil to communicate. Could be Divine Masculine's mother has passed, and she's encouraging him and helping him learn about his spiritual ascension or this connection. And it's very, there's a very pleasant energy. Seven of Pentacles. Kind of like, okay, now I'm ready to invest here. King of Pentacles. Not so much focused on the material wealth as he is the spiritual connection. Really starting to figure out what it is he values. And that's taking courage, because he's having to stand up to people who are pushing him to focus on his finances. That's success to them, and that was the success that it could be both twins have been kind of materialistic, and that was the definition of success. That's how they valued themselves. And now they're getting into this more loving, nurturing energy. So here's the Five of Wands, the Six of Cups, and the Sun card. So yeah, the conflict with the connection is over. The fight about, the internal fight about the connection, the resisting of the connection is over. He's just letting it just kind of come out. And so you may get some sort of text message, phone call, you know, some sort of, you know, an email or something. Because even though this is a slow move forward, it's now, I value this connection. I value this energy that I get from you. Yeah. We're moving past this, that stagnant energy. Ooh, Three of Cups in the reverse, flew right out. Okay, not ready really for union. Just taking the first initial steps out of this resistant, stagnant energy, moving beyond that. There's the Knight of Cups, yep. Moving beyond that with just right now, they're just dealing with kind of the one cup, like, okay, I want to extend, I want to move this forward because there's been a separation. Feels like, you know, bottom of the deck, Six of Swords, yeah. There's been a separation, and then in the separation, a lot of stagnant energy. And what the Divine Masculine is missing is that inspiration from the connection, that loving warmth that he feels when he's connected to the Divine Feminine's energy. He's tired of the no communication. He wants to speak his truth. And he's really now thinking, you know what? I value that. I value that relationship I had with the Divine Feminine, even though it was turbulent and transformative. I still value it. Let's pull some Divine Feminine energy. I'm going to use the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. Let's see what's going on with the Divine Feminine. She's in this very receptive energy. She's just really at a point of peace and pleasure. But it's going to take some courage on the Divine Masculine's part to make this step forward. We have these two Knights, the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles. It's going to be just a slow initial first stumbling steps. Divine Feminine, Solar Plexus Chakra, the 3 card. Feels kind of like union energy. Let's see. I always forget what the... Yeah, it's kind of like almost like a fire sign, but this is representing power, vitality, willpower, self-esteem, and confidence. The energy center where your emotions and feelings are recorded. This chakra is associated with clairsentience, inner feeling, which is the major psychic reception area. So the spiritual gifts of the Divine Feminine are enhancing telepathy, or really feeling the energy of this connection. But it's very, it's almost like 3 of Cups Sun energy here. It's very unified within, very balanced. Oh, there's the Sun card again. That's light. Very light energy, very healing. She's on the same frequency. This is the same frequency. New beginnings. There we go. It's the alignment of the frequencies. That chakra card, the 3, feels very receptive to union energy. And then this is the 7 of Wands in the reverse. It says stand your ground. Definitely stand your ground. I mean, both of these cards say the same exact thing. Stand your ground. It's in the reverse though, so let me clarify that. Usually to me, the 7 of Wands is being on the defensive. That means you've been kind of, I want to say, I'm hearing targeted, but, you know, kind of dealing with some personal attacks, and it's like, okay, dropping the shield and being open and receptive, but not putting down your boundaries, but not having to feel so defensive about this connection and what's happened. Let's find out. Yeah, Five of Wands. Releasing the conflict from the prior interactions in the connection. It's kind of what it feels like. Same thing, that's what this says, that overcoming. The connection, the loving part of the connection is overcoming all the past conflict. That most of that's been resolved now. Ten of Cups in the reverse. And Temperance. In the reverse. Four of Pentacles again. Okay, so that's why he, the Divine Masculine, was resisting. And that's why the Divine Feminine, okay. The Divine Feminine has, I mean, I said the same frequency, they both came out in the card. He has set some appropriate boundaries, which is now he's feeling better about himself. And then, you know, that kind of is the residual resentments from all the prior really kind of argumentative interactions that have kept this connection apart. The times when they've really been unbalanced and lost patience with each other. The Divine Feminine is no longer feeling guarded and defensive about interacting with the Divine Masculine. That's a new start. They're in higher frequency together. It's like the healing has happened. Truth, well, that confirms that. Rest and rejuvenate, and fulfillment of wishes. So this feels like, and these two cards are together, it feels the energy is that finally they've taken that separation time apart, and now they're healed. They've taken a break. The hostile, conflicting energy has evaporated. And now it's time to move forward to the fulfillment. And a lot of this was on the Divine Feminine's part because she was really hurt. She suffered a lot of the hurt. She took a lot of it personally. And now she's out of taking that personally. Now they're in a frequency of light and love. And that's that union energy. And she's sensing it. She's feeling it. That he's moving beyond that latter phase of that turbulence. Now, okay, yeah. See, here's the Temperance card in the upright now. Bottom of the deck. Material and spiritual prosperity. Another 6 card. So we have a lot of 6s on the table. But this is both of them experiencing the lighter energy between them. Let's pull from the Prediction Tarot. This is very neutral energy in this deck. So let's find out what other messages are coming out. This feels like the end of the cycle. And I know we've been talking about that for a while, but it feels like the end of the cycle. So Sagittarius, April 2022, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Cross Watchers. We're entering the new energy. This lighter, more healed, less conflicting, less sabotaging, less defensive energy, more nurturing, more loving, more open. You both have set some boundaries. You both have demonstrated courage in facing the challenges of this journey, allowing it to bring to the things that needed to be healed underneath, and bringing those to the surface so that they can be confronted and exposed. And now most of that work is done to a point that it can move forward. So here we have the 7 of Swords again, that is that, what I said, the sabotaging energy, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. So the Queen of Pentacles has moved beyond the sabotaging energy and has decided to be in this nurturing, receptive energy, and lighter and more, it's just open. Everything feels open. And this Page of Swords is kind of the new pattern of thinking, not focusing on the sabotage. Because there was a lot of that in this connection, in the connection in general. Could be that they're watching one another all of a sudden, looking for, you know, hey, where are they in their life right now? Is this a safe time to approach? Is this going to disrupt them? Not in a defensive way, but I don't want to disrupt her or his life by reaching out, by communicating, by this initial communication. They're kind of observing, you know, what's going on. Here's the Three of Cups and the Devil. Ooh. Let's see what that is about. This is the Crystal Visions Tarot. It's my clarification deck. The Queen of Wands in the reverse. Why is this Devil here? Feels like all of that past energy kept them from coming into union. And this Queen of Wands, you know, fire energy, you know, Four of Cups. Okay. It feels like this is some fear. Fear that the Divine Feminine is no longer interested in the Divine Masculine, and that's why he's watching. Could be reversed. Like, I don't think they're interested anymore. I'm not sure if, you know, taking these steps forward is going to, and that's why these Four of Pentacles are here. It's some fear, and it's kind of holding them back because they're just thinking that, you know, each other has moved on and that they can't go back into that really loving connection. The Fool. Yeah, see, they don't feel like they can get this fresh start because they don't have, what I'm hearing is they don't have any information about the status of the connection. They're wanting some sort of sign. There's the Star card. Yeah, they're looking for a sign, waiting on a sign to move forward. They're either, it's going to be something that they see online, in social media, they're going to hear about something. They're waiting for the opening. There's the Five of Pentacles. Anything else? Page of Cups. Yeah. Before they initiate this conversation that they really want to move forward, they're just kind of lingering in this energy of, I don't want to move forward if it's going to create any chaos in their life. And that can be either one. It's like you haven't talked in a while. You don't know if they're committed to somebody, if they've moved on to a point that, you know, reaching out is going to be futile. And so they haven't really kind of made the decision yet. There's the Ace of Cups. Well, maybe there it is. Maybe that's what's coming in April. They're going to start making this decision because you see in this card, there's the well with the cup or the bucket in this deck. And then you see the arm is just reaching for it. It's just starting to reach for the cup. He's not totally into the illustration yet, into the picture. Just the arm is there. He's just tentatively reaching out, but really trying to get an idea of what the status is. What is the status with the Divine Feminine, or in the case of the reverse, what is the status of the Divine Masculine? They're both wondering that. There's the Four of Pentacles again and the Seven of Wands. Yeah, okay. That explains why we've had Four of Pentacles and Seven of Wands, because feels like the Divine Masculine is still in this withholding energy because he doesn't want to relapse into the toxicity that was between them in the prior phase. The Hermit, yeah. Still waiting for a sign. Kind of wanting just to know at what point is the opening there so I can reach out and express, you know, this initial, where are we in our energy? Got chills on that, so that's, but they're both in a better place than where they have been. The Nine of Cups, definitely. Okay, a couple more cards. Ten of Cups in the upright. Okay. That definitely makes sense. I'm going to take a couple of, hold on. Let me pull from the Wisdom from the Hidden Realms. I was going to do self-care, but I don't feel like I need self-care on this one. I think the two Sun cards for the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine tell me that they are now at a juncture point. Gaia's Garden, fruition, coming into fruition. And this abundance, this nurturing, they value each other, this connection. It's another 9 card. This is 18, which is a 9, which is kind of like 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. They're both in this very stable, earthy, down-to-earth, grounded, I just feel like it's like, okay, it almost feels like their paths are converging. And then this is the image I just got. There are 2 paths through this like forest, and each was on the path. And now they're coming out of the deep, dark forest, and there's light. And then they encounter each other side by side. And the Divine Feminine is on the right. The Divine Masculine is on the left. He reaches out his hand. She reaches out her hand. And then they move on together. That's the energy. That's what it feels like. And that's why in this card, that hand is just reaching out. It's like, you know, take my hand and let's walk together. We don't even have to talk. I mean, she already knows. She already knows. And she doesn't ask. She doesn't, there is no accountability for the past. There is no retribution. There is no going back to that old energy. The door is closed. And she's just like, okay, we're just going to move on from here. We don't even have to go back and talk about it. It's done. It's in the past. The High Lord of Gratitude and Service. Selflessness, humility, and conscious action. Number 2 card. Unified in mission together. Yeah, this feels very, they said bottom of the deck. The Arrow Master, hitting the mark, intention. Okay, we saw that card in another reading. I think it was a Leo reading, 10. That old energy, old cycle doesn't even have to be brought up now. And he's relieved. He's relieved. Because he doesn't feel like he has to defend himself. That's why this is in the reverse for the Divine Feminine. She's not going to make him defensive. She's just going to be open and loving and nurturing and just move forward. And I know a lot of you are going to get all upset about that, saying, no, I want him to account. No, you don't. You know what? If it's done, it's done. If the energy has abated, don't dredge it back up. Move on with detaching from that old energy. And move on into this new lighter energy. Because you already know. You already know, and you know this through your clairsentience. You already have that inner knowing that he's done that work. And it doesn't need to be rehashed. The past doesn't need to be rehashed. Because you already know. You're empathetic. Divine Feminines are empathetic because she knows how turbulent this journey has been for herself and for him, the Divine Masculine. So now she's just like, okay, you know what? We both suffered enough. We've both suffered on this journey enough. We've both had the transformation process. It's been painful for both of us. There's no point in trying to make him justify his previous actions. You both have got your, you both have put appropriate boundaries up. So now you're aware of when to say, we're not going back there. We're not going back into that energy. We are beyond that. We are beyond that. This connection is beyond that. Okay, so Sagittarius, April 2022, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Cross Watcher. That is the energy. They told me to pick up this deck. Yeah, Two of Swords. Don't go back to that energy. Don't create another block. This is open energy now. Don't go back into that I'm going to hold him accountable or I'm going to hold her accountable energy. Don't go back. It will create a massive blockage and send you back into another cycle. We're through it. We're beyond that now. Namaste.